Coverage of the NFL brings us to the Southern... The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Brought in right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Look into the air here. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he'll get them enough for a first down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. This time it's a passing play. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That one gains 7. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. First down from the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Now the Buccaneers bringing out their field goal team. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. He gets half of the 8 yards remaining, partner. That gives him 2nd and goal from the 4. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. An early reminder that while you're trying to account for all the options they've got on offense, Brock, you also got to be wary of how well he can run the football, too.
You know, one of the questions that I love that you ask in our production meetings to these D coordinators is, anything keeping you up this week? Anything this offense does in particular that's going to be really bothersome? And it's just this. Time and again, right? A quarterback that can run is such a weapon.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuffing the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one doesn't go far. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Motion man sent left. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot to give your quarterback a chance.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Buccaneers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at 2nd in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's a throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds. That's up close to the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking for a throw here. Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Panthers football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll send him over right. Throwing it to start this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, here's a handoff. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. That one's complete over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down from the gun. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And 4th and 4 coming up. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. from the 39. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line. The Buccaneers add another DB. Third down coming up. Back to throw now. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Play action on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
On first down, they'll run. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Great defensive effort to reject that one. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. The Carolina offense headed out now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. To the air now on 1st and 10. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Let's go.
He's dropping back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throw on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. They give it to him again. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now a give on the counter. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers. Looking at 1st and 10. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They're throwing it. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers make it a one-score game before halftime. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Smith on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds the in route complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch made underneath by the back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Dump off caught by his back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He fields this at the 18. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they're going to take over possession. Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. First and 10, looking to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. He'll throw it yet again. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a lead on the final play of the half. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Extra point attempt coming up. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we reached halftime in Charlotte. The hometown fans feeling good. Their Panthers have the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. The Falcons don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T.
Bucs
Scott.
get lined up,
Kate?
and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on first down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Panthers football. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. This winning streak has been impressive for them. 6 games now, and they lead so far here. That one's complete, right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Plowing up the middle. He still has room inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. That play good for 17 and a first down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Panthers take a 13-point lead. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll come out throwing. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Motioning one of the tight ends. To throw it on first down. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Simple dive up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 44, we've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
One of the tight ends motioning left. Here's a handoff up the gut. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Throwing off the play fake here. Throw left side, complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, You put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 19. Throwing the out route complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Third and a lone yard coming up. They put a receiver in motion here left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 4th and short. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense getting all set for this series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. 2nd and 3 now. From the 47. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Give now to the running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down here at the 16. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and the football's loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll motion Smith left. Here he is on 3rd and long. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception with just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, He gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Desperation time here on fourth. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The offense headed back to the field. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Has it in close. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers cut the lead down to 10. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. Did the Bucs get to it in time? Yes, it's Buccaneer football. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Searches from the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Panthers set to take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Right up the gut. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Still on the move. Coming to the line for 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. And that timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Pass play on 1st and 10. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.